Hey folks, Nick Petosa here with Northwest Wild Country and Petosa Bait Company. Today we're coming here to this secret location to pick out some of the stuff that I feel that every egg curing guru should have on hand at all times.
Welcome to Walmart, baby.
Welcome to Wally World, America's Super Sim. So I know what you're thinking. And what are these guys doing at Walmart? Well, Walmart is the spot to get all of your bait curing needs for cheap. So let's go ahead and go see what we can get. So we're on the kitchen gadgets aisle here, and this is where we begin our Walmart egg curing journey. This is pretty much the first thing that I believe you need right here. And this is a colander. This is what's going to help to dry out and drain your eggs. There's a couple different kinds out there. I prefer plastic as opposed to like the more steel type colanders. I think these clean up a lot easier. And one thing is you want to make sure that these have nice wide openings so the juice can actively drain through here. What happens with colanders like this is if you run your eggs in there and these are too small, this will end up getting filled full of your egg juice and end up drying like that, and then pretty much you're out $15. Okay, so now that we got our colander, we're going to go ahead and cruise about 15 feet and get the next step here. Basically, when your eggs are draining through here, you're going to need something to put underneath of it. Any kind of tray like this, you know, keep it cheap, because these things more or less are going to get ruined. You're not going to want to, you know, clean these up for the most part, and so I'll just basically go like that. Eggs are going to go down inside, the juices are going to come out and drain into this tray right here. So here we are on the second aisle, and some of the most important stuff we're going to need on our egg curing journey. This is kind of like the plastics aisle. Place I usually start out at is I usually come and get my plastic tubs, and these are kind of what I cut and put my bait in when I'm getting ready to take them fishing. Nice thing about these ones is I like the Rubbermaids because they come in a 3-pack, and the price is right at $2.26. So if they sit out in the sun or whatever, you can just get rid of them, or they blow out of your boat. Who knows? I don't know. It's cheap. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of these for later, because I always keep plenty of them on hand because they seem to always disappear, probably from blowing out of my boat and other such. But if you look over here real quick, this is one more thing. If you're really gonna kind of get professional about doing the egg curing, it's nice to have these to drain into them too. You can go with an aluminum tray, or you can use one of these if you plan on doing a whole bunch where you know you want to clean it out and take care of it. So we're going to go ahead and cruise on down. This is kind of one of the last steps, but since we're here, we might as well take a look at it. And I think it's really important in maintaining quality bait is to vacuum seal your baits and try and keep them fresh. It's like any food. If you had a steak and you froze it, you'd want to try and keep it fresh. I got bait. I want to keep it fresh. So I'm going to kind of cruise over here. And pretty much any of your vacuum sealers work good for curing eggs. I mean, we're curing eggs. We don't really need a high-tech vacuum sealer, and I have one just like this and it works fine. There's a few different things out here that you can buy. You know, the bags generally come in an 8-inch or an 11-inch roll. I have found from personal experience that the 8-inch has worked really, really well for me. When I freeze my eggs, generally I'll freeze them in a gallon Ziploc bag, and with the 11-inch, it's just a bit too short to actually stick the eggs down there in the bag like that. So I end up putting them in sideways like that, and then I lose all of this bag over here. So the 8-inch roll, you'll get more eggs into them, and you'll save a little bit more money. Well, we decided we're walking by the fishing section here, and we're picking up a few fishing accessories. And so we picked up some Petosa krill oil, which is going to go nicely on some of the stuff we're going to pick up later, and it's going to add as an egg curing additive for doing up your bait. One more thing that's important when you get home, generally you'll think that you have a Sharpie in some spot that you perfectly have laid out, and you'll get home and it's not there. I like to pick up some Sharpies. They're nice for writing on vacuum bags, and it'll give you the date, it'll give you a cure, it'll give you whatever you're looking to know information-wise. So we got a pretty good group of necessities going here, but there's one thing you can't quite live without, and you don't want to be without when you get home and get into your bait. It's paper towels. Hey folks, we're over here on the laundry aisle picking up one little additive. We're picking up some borax. Borax is great for helping you to dry out your baits, and it's one of those things I feel is essential that every person have in their house if they're going to be curing baits. The nice thing about Walmart too is it's only $3.38. Dude, that's the cheapest price in the world, I think. They're giving it away. Well folks, we're over here in the storage bag aisle, and what better to put your eggs in than something when you're done curing them. I think it's good to always have a couple different kinds of bags with you. I like the great values. I like the price. $2.48, both sizes. Ziploc, $4.38. That's the Super Center way. So I think it's always good to have quart-sized bags and gallon-sized bags on hand. I like the double zip. I think it maintains a lot more freshness than these ones right here. These zipper closed ones, if you get any kind of borax or any kind of cure inside of this, you might as well throw the bag away because it's never getting shut. If you're looking for the best seal, get a double zip bag. So you're probably wondering like, hey Nick, what are you doing in the baby aisle? Well, I mean, I'm getting some diapers for my kid, dude. I mean, we're already here. Well, we're over here in the sweetener aisle, and I think it's always good to have a few different things in your household. Sugar is generally always in the house, but it's always good to have your own, because the missus, when you go out and cure some eggs and she's looking for a sugar, she'll get very upset with you when she finds the sugar in the garage, okay? So what we got up here is we got a few different kinds of scents that people are asking me a lot of questions about some of the stuff they can get from the grocery store. You know, they got banana extract, they got, you know, pure anise over here extract. And one of the things that we have to take into account is this says premium quality pure anise extract. So that means it's not pure. It means it's pure anise, but it's extracted. So if you go read on all these labels, it'll say the ingredients. Alcohol, 79% alcohol, water, oil of anise. So literally there's probably maybe, I don't know, 5% maybe anise for this bottle. But the biggest thing is people are like, oh, can I use this stuff in the grocery store? You don't want to use this stuff because it has so much alcohol in it that the alcohol will actually burn your eggs and stuff when you put it on it. One thing it's always good to have, if you run out of eggs, it's always good to have a bunch of shrimp in your freezer. Walmart generally is the best place to get them. You can get a really good deal. Shrimp, $5 each. So generally, if you look over here, these are all your cooked shrimp. I try to stray away from the cooked shrimp. I think they lose a lot of the scent and they lose a lot of the flavor. I'll go with just the raw shrimp in either a 41 to 60 count for salmon or a 60 to 80 count for steelhead. Oh hey, didn't see you standing there, just catching up on some world news while I decide to get all of our egg curing supplies. Hopefully you learned a little something today while on this journey. We got pretty much everything we need to successfully cure bait. I'm Nick Petosa, signing out.